Greetings, outstanding folks, and welcome back. Joe Van with admittedly the first brass video I've done in several months. A lot of that's because I do have a full-time job, and with what I've had to work on, my work skills didn't permit me enough time to do real practice. It is what it is. I'm trying to get back in shape. But here goes. Today's video is my latest acquisition in my brass collection. The pTrumpet. It's a plastic trumpet made by, if you remember my P-Bone video from last year, same company makes it. It comes in a soft case, has a loop on the back, and this loop on the end to allow for attaching a strap. Let's see what we got inside this thing. Okay, it has two cards in it. One of them shows a care package, silicone stuff to keep it fresh in shipment. Two patches in here. One's the strap, normal hooks, easy to use. Two mouthpieces. From what I've researched, one's a 3C and one's a 5C. One of the rare cases where you get a trumpet that doesn't have a 7C like most of them. It is what it is. The other pack, 3 extra valve caps you can snap onto the top of the valve caps of the trumpet. And last but not least, the trumpet itself. Made out of plastic. You can get it in any color, just like my P-Bone. I chose red because I live in Kansas City. Chiefs my home NFL team. Tuning slide works well. Third valve slide, it's really short, and it's not made to be adjusted on the fly like most trumpets, so your low C sharp, low D will come out sharp. Same thing with the first valve slide, also really short. Second valve tubing doesn't have a slide on it. Now the valve casings, they don't have top caps on them. Just carefully remove the bottom valve cap, which has a ring on it and a spring. Try to set these aside, and the valve just falls out like that. Slides right back in, locks in place, and carefully return everything in place and lock it in, good to go. For it being fresh out of factory, it actually has pretty good valve action. I'm impressed. It's pretty cool. And the weird thing is, a lot of trumpets have a little ring on the lead pipe for the pinky. This one has more of a partial tube that also acts as a brace for the bell. Most trumpet players, I recommend you put it on top. That's fine. Now check out the two mouthpieces. My playing demo. Let me see. I'm operating without my glasses today, which may be a mistake because not knowing which mouthpiece is going to be which. Doesn't look like a whole lot of difference. But it's real fine print on too. But there are trumpet mouthpieces. I'm gonna gamble hoping that what I pick is a 3C. Walks in like that. And my first playing test, I'm just gonna do a quick C scale. Sounds a little weird because back hit 5. Well, I bumped it up to double high C. This, factoring my own capabilities, this thing happened to double high C quite well. That's as low as I can go with this mouthpiece. I'm used to either Bach 1E or Bach 1.5C or Linux Mac Park. So this mouthpiece felt pretty small. It might have been the 5C. It might have been the 3C. Who knows? Next test. Testing this trumpet with my Bach 1E. That definitely feels more comfortable. Definitely felt better. That was definitely more comfortable on the pedal notes. On my next playing test, going back to the mouthpiece I used with this, that'll actually be a simple tune though. When I get around to doing my 12 key challenge on the trumpet, this will be one I use, and I'll use the starting key. Key of F sharp. Those are one of the pTrumpet mouthpieces. Same attempt with my 1E. Well, so far what I've seen, pTrumpet for practice instrument, certainly adequate. Though if you're used to using a brass mouthpiece, going to a plastic mouthpiece for me wasn't quite as comfortable. That's just me. My final comparison, once I get a bit of water, is to compare with an actual brass instrument. Now, because pTrumpet is a training trumpet, I brought my first training trumpet, my Mendini that I've had for almost 5 years. You can tell that double high C is much more solid on this than on the. Yeah, you can probably tell the difference. Them blue bells. My chops are going out on me. Yeah, pardon my chops. Like I said, it's been a while since I played. I can give my overall thoughts about the pTrumpet. For being made out of plastic, it handled the range really quite well. About as well as my capabilities would handle. It handled extreme high notes. It handled extreme pedal notes adequately. Better off of using the usual mouthpiece. The fact that it's made out of plastic. One tip on it is for maintenance. You just need to clean it up and keep it lubricated. All you need to do is keep it clean and keep working with it. It'll self-lubricate. You don't need valve oil. You don't need slide grease on this. In fact, valve oil and slide grease could react with the plastic, so it might make it dangerous. But for a starter instrument, it's built mainly for elementary school students. Pretty rugged. It won't dent. And it's certainly operational. I would not replace any of my professional instruments with it, but it does the job. And so I give it a favorable rating. Thanks for watching, and all the best.